It's 10 days to December 7. Let's hit the campaign trail now. Let's find out what the two major political parties are up to. We begin with the camp of the NPP's presidential candidate, who is in Cape Coast. That's our presidential correspondent, Elton Brobe, joins us via Zoom for an update. Elton, a very good morning to you. If you can hear me, you've been in Cape Coast. I think this is the second day in Cape Coast, correct?
Yes, this is the second day in Cape Coast. We came yesterday, and today is the second day. The entire campaign here in the Central Region will end tomorrow. So we are in the second day, Mamavi.
Okay, great. Just do a recap of what happened yesterday for us.
So yesterday we started off from the Gomoa East constituency. This is Budumburam. They in the Central Region want to describe this as a gateway to the region. And the chief in that area had some demands he wanted President Akufo-Addo to address as soon as possible. One of them had to do with what he describes as indiscipline in the area and rising crime rate in the area, and to the extent that they have grown to have the audacity to even attack police station. And the chief was of the view that the police, they've become helpless in dealing with this matter. So a military post in that area will help deal with this matter. The second issue had to do with some amount of money in the form of compensation they were expecting from the UN after releasing a parcel of land to house the refugees. And as of now, according to the chiefs, they've not been paid that compensation. Then lastly, if you are familiar with the Cape Coast Accra route, you will know that traffic congestion, especially between Kaswa and Budumburam, is something that you can't bear. And the chiefs want government to expand the road, redesign the road, and ensure that there's a free flow of traffic during the day. And so these were the demands they made of the president, and concluded by saying that they are optimistic, but judging from the work done so far by the president, he's likely to win the December 2020 general election. President Akufo-Addo promised to look into the issue of compensation. Also, we'll look into the proposal for the establishment of military posts. And then as far as the road network is concerned, he says that the roads minister has already undertaken feasibility studies of the possibility of expanding the road to ease the traffic congestion on the stretch. That is something that government is seriously working towards. Well, when it came to politics, his mantra since day one has been for the electorates to look at what is done so far, the promises he made to them in 2016, and then assess him based on those promises. And if he's done so well, then they will have to maintain him for another 4 more years in the upcoming elections. And also decided to take on former President John Mahama, the issues relating to who may have implemented the free senior high school program, and he described it as outright lies and fabrication, attempts by the ex-president to take credit for something that he, President Akufo-Addo, has done. And he likened it to a campaign that is uninspiring and looking for strategies to rejuvenate the campaign. That's how he describes former President Mahama's assertion that he introduced the free SHS program during his time. So the message has been almost the same from all the stops that we made with to Senya, Gomoa East and West, and then finally to the Efutu constituency, where the president drove through the Winneba Township and later commissioned a housing project and a paper production firm, which is under the 1DF, 1F initiative. So, this is, in a brief, a wrap of what took place yesterday during the first tour of the working visit to the Central Region. Now, my information I've picked from handlers of the president is that because the Central Region is quite important and you can classify it as a swing region, and the fact that the running mate of the NDC hails from this region, more attention is being devoted to the Central Region to try and win their minds and hearts ahead of the elections. Okay, and great. The president is looking at highlighting some of the projects he's undertaken, especially in this region. So today, for example, our first port of call will be Trefo Praso, where he would commission a Eurojet hospital. And then we'll be accounting to the people what he's done so far in the region. I'm told he's looking at over 500 projects, and you'll be taking them one after the other, the districts that you'll be visiting today.
Okay. So, Elton, we've seen him come to the Greater Accra region. There's one thing that I want to clarify. Did he commission a first phase of the Pokuase interchange whilst he was in the Greater Accra region?
Yes, he did. Indeed, it was this was the second day of the tour. We were at Pokuase. He commissioned the first phase, which means that the first phase, right from Pokuase, coming from those in the Ablekuma area, can now use that stretch and connect to the main Kumasi-Accra road. So that has been done. The Ministry of Roads and Highways says that they are hoping that by the end of next year, the whole project will be up and running in terms of commissioning to allow vehicles and pedestrians to use it. And they say that it is, when completed, will be the biggest interchange project in the whole of West Africa. And looking at it, they thought that looking at the traffic, the volume of traffic on that stretch, commissioning the first phase will afford motorists the luxury to drive, especially from Ablekuma, joining the main Accra-Kumasi road at Pokuase Junction.
Okay, well, Elton, there's also been the latest University of Ghana Political Science Department survey that puts the president in the lead in the 2020 elections. Has he reacted, or any member of his camp reacted to this survey?
So I spoke to Mr. Kwabena Japan, who is also part of this campaign team, and I know that in the next few minutes or hours to come, we'll have that interview on our radio and also on our TV. Now, he says that they are not surprised because apart from the University of Ghana Political Science survey, which is out there, they're also privy to one done by CDD and the EIU, the European Union. And they say that all of this is consistent with the projection government itself are projected to win in the upcoming election, even though they think that they will go beyond the 51% being projected by the University of Ghana. They're looking at between 55 and 57% in the upcoming election. But for them, they are not complacent because the biggest survey will be on December 7, where the people go out there and vote. So they are campaigning it as if they are in a position to ensure that they retain power come December 7.
Okay, it will be interesting to see the outcome of the Central Region results really after December 7. So the president is pretty much still in the Central Region today, Elton.
Of course, we are about leaving where I am now. We are about leaving the Regional Coordinating Council. The first port of call will be Triso Praso, and this is a Eurojet hospital that is that is completed, and President will commission it, and then we'll move to the Asin areas, Ventura, and then finally we'll end in Cape Coast, where he is expected to address a mammoth rally. The climax of the Cape Coast tour will be when the president attempts the final funeral rites for the slain MP from Councilman Eko Hayford, who will be laid to rest tomorrow, and that will end the tour of the Central Region. They will move to the Western Region for a day, and then to Ashanti Region for 3 days. The president will climax the electionary campaign in the Greater Accra for another 3 days. It tells you the importance they are attaching to the Greater Accra Region, because if you look at the time available for campaigning, Greater Accra Region is taking 5 out of the 15 days that the president started after lifting the ban because of the death of the ex-president Rawlings. So Greater Accra obviously is one region that they are looking forward to, because let's say that if they're able to win Greater Accra region, it will make it very easy for them to consolidate power in the next government.
Well, Elton, keep your eyes on the road. We know that you'll certainly be giving us more updates in all our bulletins here on JoyNews. Thanks a lot. That's our presidential correspondent, Elton Brobe, who is with the president, the NPP's presidential candidate, who's currently touring the Central Region.